Yo, what is going on, everyone? And welcome back to another video. As today we've got Detroit Lions preseason game number 1 already under the belt, and we are going to talk about everything that happened during the preseason game, some standouts, maybe some underperformers, some things that still need to be worked on, and obviously just kind of looking at those rookies, man. We had a couple guys that really showed up and made a really good impression, and just couple other impressive plays and a lot of mistakes as well. A lot of things that need to be worked on. So sorry if you guys can hear the thunderstorm that's going on. I know if you live in Michigan right now, you probably know that there's a huge thunderstorm. But either way, if you can hear it, sorry. But let's go ahead and just jump right into the highlights. So if you didn't know, there was no Teddy Bridgewater, no Denzel Mims, which was kind of disappointing. I really wanted to see both of them. But the game started out really rough. Nate Sudfeld looking for Jameson Williams, happy that he was targeting him, but it was well underthrown and it would have been picked either way. Just a bad throw there. That ended up leading to New York Giants field goal, which, it was a nice stop. We gave them the ball on our side of the field, and I mean, really, our defense was probably the biggest bright spot of all today. I think that our defense really showed up. A lot of young guys, Jack Campbell, especially Brian Branch. Brian Branch had a huge game. Brandon Joseph, the undrafted rookie from Notre Dame, had a good game. There's a lot of guys that had good games. I'm not going to remember them all. There were so many people that played. But it was exciting to watch that young defense go out and just ball out. So there's that Brian Branch hit right there. That was probably my favorite play of the game, besides maybe the punt return for a touchdown, which is coming up soon as well. But, man, that was a huge hit by Brian Branch. And that just shows, this dude's ready to play in the NFL. He is going to be, if you didn't know Brian Branch was already going to be a star, I can promise you he's going to be maybe not a Hall of Fame safety, but for sure multiple-time All-Pro and a possible Hall of Fame safety. He is just one of the best that I think have come out in the draft in recent years. He's going to be insane. Brian Branch is going to be amazing. So disappointing, I didn't see any Sam Laporta. He was actually the one rookie that I was really hoping to see. Didn't see any of him. Got to see Jahmyr Gibbs. You can see him right there, a little 18-yard catch. That was exciting. I was really happy that he this whole drive was really just dedicated to him. I mean, he had a couple. You can see that, a nice little 8-yard run there. So he had a nice game overall. Jameson Williams, I'm sure most of you saw that pass that he dropped. It was like a 40-yard bomb. It was actually a pretty good throw from Sudfeld. I think that Jameson should have caught it. And it was a good throw. And Deonte Banks was all over Jameson Williams. I wouldn't say he's all over him, but he had good coverage on him for how fast J-Mo is. And I think J-Mo just kind of took his hands in too quick, didn't absorb the catch, and just kind of let it go. And he could have caught it, but at the same time, it's a tough catch. It was in a tough spot, and he had a defender right by him. So I'm not gonna. I know a lot of people are already saying, "Oh my God, Jameson Williams can't catch." It was a 40-yard throw. He dropped it. It's preseason. It's the first game. It's his first game back. He hasn't even played a full game yet. So I just feel like people are already just all over him for that, and that kind of pisses me off because it's a drop. He's gonna drop the stuff he has maybe 1 or 2 drops his whole career, and every time Jameson Williams has touched the ball, it has been touchdown, 40-yard play, and then touchdown. That was last year, and then today he had a couple nice catches for a few yards, and I know that he dropped that, but guess what? Everyone drops passes. Every wide receiver has dropped a pass in their life. And not only that, it wasn't like it was like a horrible drop where it was right in his chest. He had to extend his hands out and grab it. It was a hard catch to make. So anyway, we're going to move off that. It was a hard catch, and he's a great player, and we already know that. So it was a tough catch. So anyway, we'll see more of J-Mo hopefully for the rest of preseason. Antoine Green, 7th-round rookie from North Carolina. I was really happy we got to see him. He had a really good game. He had like 3 catches for I think around 60 yards or so. James Mitchell had a couple huge plays. There's another Nate Sudfeld interception. And I'll be honest, Sudfeld didn't really do anything impressive, but at the same time, I wouldn't say, other than those 2 interceptions that were really bad, I wouldn't say that he had a horrible game. I think he just kind of showed, who he is. He can manage games decently well. Look at Jameson Williams right there again. That not on him. That's a high pass that he's not going to be able to catch. And he was open too. So, I mean, that right there was, way over J-Mo's head. He's not going to be able to catch that. And J-Mo had a good game, like I said. I feel like he gets really unlucky. He did have that 2-point conversion. That was a sick catch, so happy about that. But yeah, Jameson Williams had a great game though. Overall, he's gonna be great. So he's good. Anyway, other than that, I mean, not a lot of rookies. Or I guess all the rookies kind of played, except for obviously Hendon Hooker. Got to see a little bit of Jack Campbell. Nothing too special. Brian Branch, solid. Antoine Green had a good game. I don't know. I'm guessing Colby Swords. I forget how to say his name. Swordsel or whatever. I think he did play. I didn't hear anything about him. There's James Mitchell. He had a good game. I'm excited to see what James Mitchell does this year because he didn't really get to play a lot last year either. So, but yeah. And then who Broderick Martin? I think he had a pretty good game. I think he had a tackle or two. And then undrafted free agents, you got to see a couple guys like Chase Cota had a couple nice plays. That was nice to see. Mohamed Ibrahim didn't really do what I was hoping he would do. I thought he was going to have a really good game. He didn't really do much. But besides that, I mean, he played all right, I guess. And Dylan Drummond, he had that drop right there. He had an okay game. I still don't know if he's going to make the team. We have so many receivers. But he'd be a great practice squad guy. He's good. But he's not anything, too special. Got to see a lot of guys that, just like Josh Pascal, Okwaras. You got to see a lot of guys who maybe missed last year due to injury or maybe just, you haven't really seen a lot of. So it was nice to be able to see a lot of guys. Here's that punt return, 2 spin moves by Maurice Alexander. Man, that was a nice play. 95 yards, one of the longest punt returns I think I've ever seen in my life. So that was awesome. And that was probably the highlight of the night, that and the Brian Branch hit. And obviously that Adrian Martinez touchdown run to seal the game at the end of the game, which will also be coming up. So yeah, and but yeah, besides that, it was a good game. Got to see a lot of guys. I'm really hoping we get to see even more guys. I hope we get to see a little more Jahmyr Gibbs. Starling Thomas, he was a guy I was really excited to see. I didn't really hear anything about him. I would have to, go back and look. Here's that Jameson Williams 2-point conversion for any of you who may not have seen it, but a nice little one-hand snag. That was a great play, and again, showing that he has hands. He can do it with one hand. He can do it with 2 hands. So great play there. I loved that. That was awesome. So yeah, the Lions ended up. I mean, it was a rough first half, and it was ugly. But especially on the offensive side, they cleaned it up in the second half and they got the job done. Like I already kind of talked about Nate Sudfeld. He was okay, nothing too special. We got to see a little bit of Adrian Martinez at the end, which was nice. I don't know. I'm guessing he probably won't make the team with Teddy Bridgewater on the team unless maybe he took Sudfeld's spot, which could very well happen. But I doubt that we would even have him on the team. As long as we have Teddy Bridgewater, I really think we're going to be fine, and we'll probably throw Sudfeld or Adrian Martinez to the practice squad just in case, we need one of them to come back. So yeah, but anyway, looking at the Giants and how well they did, there's a big run right there. Obviously, you can see, but honestly, it was just a lot of mental errors that the Lions made that kept the Giants in the game and gave them that, big push in the first half. You can see Okwara coming up the huge sack right there. But honestly, the Lions really, their offense was kind of, like I kind of already talked about, wasn't the best, especially in the first half. Second half got cleaned up, but there was still a lot of errors. Defensively, man, that defensive unit looked good. They were dominating. We gave the Giants the ball on our side of the field multiple times, and I think we held them to a field goal every single time. So definitely a lot of huge plays. Great coverage there. I can't see who that is, but man, the defense was, I think, the most impressive part about the whole game. I was really happy that our defense is finally starting to show up. And again, these are second, third stringers. Half these guys might not even make the team, but man, it was still fun to be able to watch a lot of these guys go out and compete for roster spots, make plays. It would, like I kind of talked about, it was kind of disappointing not being able to see Sam Laporta, because I think out of all the rookies, I think I already said this, but I was really hoping we'd get to see him, because he was just that one guy that I've been really excited to see, because I've heard so much about him, training camp, how much he's been dominating, and I'm just like, man, I want to see him. Obviously, Jameer Gibbs, I think I'm probably the most excited overall for him. But man, it sucked not being able to see him, but we got to see the rest of them, and we got to see a Lions victory. Man, it has been too long since I've seen the Lions play, and even if it's just preseason, man, it was fun to watch. So very happy Lions came out with a win. Great way to start out preseason, start out the season. Play next week, Saturday, I think, against the Jaguars, so that'll be exciting. And here is the game-sealing interception, Brandon Joseph, the undrafted rookie. So there it is. So yeah, once again, overall, great win for the Lions. Preseason getting started off in the right way. Very happy to see that. I got to see a lot of impressive performances. Guys like James Mitchell, Antoine Green had a nice game. Chase Cota, even Jameer Gibbs was out there, with a nice few plays. And defensively, a lot of guys that stepped up as well, like Brian Branch. So it was fun to be able to watch all those guys play. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys want to see another video like this next week for when the Lions play the Jaguars, because I will for sure do this again. I don't really have any video plans for the future for really any other teams right now besides the Lions. So if you guys enjoyed this, I could do this as a weekly thing maybe for the Lions. Every game I could try and do this, but that's going to wrap up the video, guys. Once again, please leave your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you can, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.